Greetings, my fellow hiker. Today you're really going to enjoy this week's hike on the Desert Park Trail. Hi, I'm Brice, the president of Vaucluse, where we love to sweat less and explore more. And this week we are in Arizona, specifically Scottsdale, which, as you know, it can get quite hot. So we definitely want to stay cool. We definitely want to stay dry. So we really want to be sweating as least as possible. And this week we had a fantastic trail that I'm going to want to share with you, and maybe one day you can you taken it as well. Super easy, a lot of fun, and a lot of different things to see. So let's dive right in. As I mentioned, I am in Scottsdale, and this hike is located in the McDowell Sonoran Preserve. This preserve is a large, permanently protected desert habitat that includes an interconnected network of quote-unquote non-motorized multi-use trails. That simply means you've got hikers, bikers, horses, accessed through multiple trailhead locations. And this week I actually started from the Cooper Ridge Elementary School, where there's a parking lot. I picked this because I wanted to see this specific part of Scottsdale first and then enter the Sonoran Preserve, which I'm going to show you right now. So I started with the elementary school because there's a parking lot, and there's not a lot of places to park around here because it's mostly residential and private property. I don't know, if somebody says, hey, I can't park in the elementary school, let me know. On the map, it looked like that was an ideal place to park because the trail that I picked pretty much starts there. And so part one is the Desert Park Trail. And as you're hiking this, it's pretty cool because on the right side, you've got the McDowell Sonoran Preserve. So you've got the hills, and you can see also in front of you that you are walking into the preserve. But on the left, you've got a golf course, the Silver Leaf Country Club, and you have these multi-million dollar homes. These are some really large homes. And so you've got, impressive on the left with these houses, but I think you got more impressive with the Sonoran Preserve. So that's part one. You just hike this, and there's a steady incline probably for the first hour. So you are climbing up. So it's not just flat and that easy. I think, a steady incline for almost an hour can be quite challenging. And so finally you enter the Sonoran Preserve, and you are headed onto the Gateway Trail Loop, which I've actually hiked before, not at this point, but the Gateway Trail Loop is a really big loop, which can get you to a lot of different places. So I took that, and you pretty much walk between Horseshoe Ridge Peak and Drinkwater Peak. Both of them were, one's 2,400 feet high, and the other one is 3,900 feet high. So you're in between these two, kind of in a valley. It's very peaceful, very enjoyable. From a distance, you can actually see Phoenix. But if you look to the left, obviously you just see the preserve. And then the right, you see the preserve because there's a massive mountain blocking you from the town and the houses that you had just seen. So you walk through there and you return to the neighborhood. So you pretty much just do a loop, super easy. You start where you finished. And overall, the conditions, as usual, Phoenix, Scottsdale is sunny, so it was 55. So I wore a fleece to begin with. So I had additional layers on me. And then after the hour, you just take them off because you're really getting quite warm. Total distance was about 6 miles. Elevation was just under 700 feet. And the total time was 2.5 hours. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm the president of Vaucluse, where we love to sweat less. And so this is the pack that I took. And I also had with me a cool dry frame, which you can't really see here because it is black. But let me get a white one from right up here. And so what this simply is it's a frame that allows separation between you and your backpack. And it is super light, and it's flexible and very soft. So you're thinking, well, what does this thing feel like on my back? It feels great because, one, it allows that separation between you and your backpack. So that way the air is flowing as the heat, you know, your back is producing heat, that heat is allowed to dissipate, the sweat is evaporating, and you're much more comfortable. And the frame is after a while, you know, you just like if you're wearing a backpack, you know, like, oh, I've got something on my back. Here is like you've got something on your back, but just like your backpack, you get used to it and you're like, you know what, this is pretty comfortable because it's soft, it's flexible, and it keeps your body cool. So as I had mentioned, I was wearing a fleece and I really never got overly hot. Obviously after an hour you start warming up. I took my fleece off. My back was dry, my shirt was dry, and then I continued hiking for another hour and a half. And then after that, my back was dry, I felt comfortable. So if you're trying to find a better, more comfortable way of hiking, and if you either sweat a lot and you're trying to reduce it, or you just want to feel a little bit more comfortable and not being so warm, check out the Cool Dry frame. It's really going to help you with your hiking. The links and all that is going to be right below. So thank you so much, and see you on the trails. Bye.